Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Obviously today's look is not one that you would want to run into Walmart with, but I was feeling really inspired when I received the Urban Decay Full Spectrum Eyeshadow Palette. This is one of their new palettes that is full of really vibrant shades. And I know Halloween tutorials are really popular right now. I have never really dove into those because I feel like there's only so much you can do that's achievable for everyone before you start crossing lines with what other people have done. And then, you know, you get comments like, this person's already done this and this person just did this. So I've kind of just always tried to avoid Halloween tutorials. But since it is Halloween time, I wouldn't really consider this to be 100% Halloween, but you could definitely wear it to a party. I think it's still a fun, kind of cool, edgy editorial look. And it was actually inspired by one of my favorite movies, which is Harry Potter. It was inspired by Fox the Phoenix, who is obviously a phoenix, which is a bird. And I was online and I saw this fandom drawing that someone had made either on Pottermore or the Harry Potter wiki page, and they had basically did this digital artwork of a phoenix. And I love the colors that they use to represent the phoenix. They aren't identical to what the colors are of the actual phoenix in the movie, but it's still very close. And so I really wanted to channel that, especially in the eye makeup for this look. There are some other kind of fun elements I'm adding to the face, but overall I wanted to make this kind of just like a really cool edgy look that anyone could do. I mean, I know it looks a little challenging, but trust me when you see how easy it is. You may want to recreate it for yourself if you're going to a Harry Potter Halloween party. Even if it's not Harry Potter inspired, this could still just be a really fun look that you could create at your makeup desk. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the look, and it was inspired by Harry Potter. You guys know I'm all about that HP life, so let's start.
Alright, so I'm starting out by putting some brow gel into my brows because I'm not filling them in. I'm just going to leave them totally bare. And then I'm going to apply my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Really important you apply an eye primer, especially one that is going to hold a lot of eyeshadows because we are going to be blending a lot of shades. So now I'm going into the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette and I'm picking up the vibrant yellow shade. It's called Calavera. I'm going to say Calavera. And I'm just buffing that back and forth into my crease. And I'm just going to layer this color about 3 times, just to the intensity that you feel that you want. Keep in mind, we're going to be layering a ton of other colors on top of this, so you want it to stand out pretty well. So 3 applications was good enough for me. Next, I'm layering the shade called Jones, which is a nice frosty orange shade. Now, I'll be totally honest, this was not the most pigmented shade in this palette. I think it might have been the blending brush that I used as well. So I had to go in a few extra times with this color to really make it stand out against the yellow. But just a heads up if you are using this palette. So again, just blending that over the top of the actual yellow shade. A lot of oranges are apparent in the Phoenix colors, so again, just blend till you feel the intensity is appropriate enough. To add in those red and rust tones, I'm blending these shades called C's from the Full Spectrum palette and also the shade called Extra Bitter from the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics, and I'm using that on more of a tapered blending brush, and I'm just blending that on the lower portion of my crease. I'm not going to blend this all over my crease because I want this to almost appear like a tail shape color. I'm going to extend it out a little bit more, as you can see, than what the yellow and orange shades are, and you just want to make it a little bit more subtle until the end when we add the final touches. For the lower portion of my lid, I'm taking this shade called Warning. It's very similar to the shades we mixed into the crease. It's a little bit more metallicized though, and I just wanted to mix as many familiar shades as I could, so when you look at the actual eye makeup, you're kind of intrigued to just stare and look at all of the colors. So I tried to mix as many shades as I could while still resembling the actual colors of a phoenix. So here I just applied that to the lower portion of my lid, and I kind of connected it to the tail portion that we did in the crease. And then I'm actually just going to blend out the crease portion a little bit more with the yellow and orange mixed together. Again, I didn't want to have any harsh lines, and the more you blend with this look, the better it looks. I mean, I'm serious. You cannot blend enough with this look. Moving on to my favorite part, this is really going to transform the look. I'm taking the shade called Minx, and we're going to imitate the appearance of feathers or wings. And all you're going to do is take short and long strokes both. You really want to make sure the strokes are not uniform. So you'll want to do some straight ones, you'll want to do some short ones, some long ones, and also maybe some like crisscross ones. I did a couple crisscross ones, and this is really going to imitate the look of feathers. So I'm taking also black liquid liner to add in a little bit more definition. The blue by itself can, since it is a shadow, it can kind of mix together and look too soft. So I just took a liquid eyeliner and applied that to the end of my brush and added in some black strokes as well, and it just created a little bit of extra definition. So now I'm taking the yellow and orange and brushing it up into my brows, and I'm also going to take those two shades and brush them down the sides of my nose, almost if I was contouring the sides of my nose. But really what this does is it gives you more of a beak-like effect. I know that sounds really funny, but as you can see, I'm dragging it down really far right here, and it really just adds that extra dimension. It almost just looks like an abstract beak. For my lower lash line, I'm using Extra Bitter from the Ultimate Basics palette again, and I'm just going to brush that out and make sure it's extra smoky, really blend it out nicely. I'm also going to go in and add a little bit more of that orange and yellow shade from the Full Spectrum palette, and you can kind of play around with this and add as much as you want. It's really just up to you. I felt like this was enough for me, and I went in and added a little bit of liner to my waterline and also mascara, and popped on some lashes. These are the Eyler 126 lashes. I wanted to use something that was really spiky and edgy, so these just worked out perfectly, and that completes the eye look. So now we're going to move into the face. I already added my MAC Face and Body Foundation. Now I'm going to be working from this palette from NARS, or this duo from NARS. This is the NARS Dual Intensity Blush Palette. I believe it's called Frenzy, and it just had the perfect shades in it. So what I'm doing is I'm adding that gold highlighter basically all over my face. I wasn't planning on doing this, but after I saw what it looked like on my skin, I just thought it looked really majestic and fun and cool. So I kind of just added it all over my face, to the high points of my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, especially on my nose. So what I did is I took an eyeshadow brush and I just really packed on that gold on the top portion of my nose, and it just added this really cool, just golden ethereal look to my face. So now I'm taking the orange blush from that duo, and I'm kind of going to use that to contour. I don't really contour my actual cheeks, but I just use that on the top of my forehead, and then just applied it really heavily to my cheeks, almost in a contour fashion. But not exactly contouring, you get the picture. But I just love the orange color. It really tied in the face with the eyes. So here I'm just going in and adding a few more details. I'm contouring my nose a little bit more and also adding those shadows back into my brow just to give it again a little bit more of a dramatic look. And moving into lips, I wanted to do something cool with the lips, but nothing, I just felt like nothing tied together except for this color from Ofra, and it's called Americano, and this completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was something fun and edgy I thought I could throw in for, you know, the October season. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.